Good day to all you guys and goddess out there. Tajiri Smith here. And, have you ever struggled with confidence or just feeling like you weren't good enough or like where the meter that you wanted to be at, you were so far below it for your confidence? And, I experienced that myself, But what I realized is without confidence, you will never move. You know what I'm saying? And the reason is if you don't have confidence in yourself, first of all, nobody will have confidence in you because people can smell it. You know what I'm saying? If you have confidence, people can see that about you, and that causes them to have confidence in you. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't even matter. That doesn't matter. But in the beginning, nobody's going to have confidence in you. Nobody's going to believe in you or believe in your vision. It's like, but it's like that. Like before you actually do something, accomplish some things, put in some work, like people in the outside world is not gonna see your progression or understand the confidence that you have in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or have the same or have unwavering belief in you. You know what I'm saying? People are not gonna have that. So, confidence starts with self, completely with self. And you can think about having confidence in your physically, like you can think about having confidence physically. And what I mean is like just your look, your body, you know what I'm saying? At one point in my life, I had a very low self-esteem. I wasn't one of the most popular kids in school. I wasn't really in the mix or in the crowd, and I struggled. I had a gut. We used to laugh about it all the time. I used to have a gut, like a beer belly gut. I had a gap in my teeth, and I can smile now. I had braces, but I had my hairline was messed up. It was a lot of things that I was dealing with self-esteem and self-image because it just wasn't up to my liking. And you know, I started to change those things. I realized the things that I didn't like about myself. You know what? I'm gonna improve them. So I got braces. I started working out. I started eating better. I just started taking care of myself overall. And my confidence did improve. But like this is not where confidence starts. It's a part of it. You're supposed to take care of yourself physically. Like that's always, it's physically, mentally, spirit, all those ways. But I started off physically. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a great thing to do, but I realized that confidence doesn't start on the outside. It starts within. You know what I'm saying? After I realized that, I'm like, man, so you got to build your confidence from the inside out. So I started working on my mind and all the other things that was going to build my confidence. And I kind of just, I came up with a formula to build bulletproof confidence within yourself from the inside out. So I have this definition from my book or the formula in my book that I call the bulletproof confidence formula. And that consists of unwavering belief plus consistent effort. So unwavering belief plus consistent effort equals bulletproof confidence. And unwavering belief consists of a positive mindset and faith. Right? So a positive mindset is just being positive, speaking positive words. Like you're not thinking about how you can't do things, you think about how you can do things. You think about how things can go your way instead of how they can't, how you can get better instead of how you can't. You know what I'm saying? And when you shift, I feel like the first shift is your mindset. Like the words that you speak, the thoughts that you think, like your mindset has to be full of positivity for your confidence to go up. Now, if you have self-sabotaging language, like, I can't do this, or, this is not for me, or that those people were born to do this, then your confidence is already shot. You lost. You lost right there. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But once you shift your mindset from a negative mindset to a positive mindset, eliminating self-sabotaging language, then you will see the benefits from it. Now, and it doesn't start day one, right? You know what I'm saying? You have to train yourself to think this way. So every day you need to be putting in positivity. Be ultra conscious on the words that you're using, the thoughts that you're thinking. And if you got some thoughts in your mind that you don't like, you can change them. But it just takes time and effort, consistent effort. As soon as you as soon as you think something like, man, you know what? Maybe I can't do this. You be like, man, change it in your head. Like, nah, you know what? I can do this. You know what I'm saying? And once you change your mindset and the energy behind it, now you start thinking of things that you can do instead of thinking of things that you can't do. You know what I'm saying? And the second part of unwavering belief is faith. And faith is ultra important because, you know, in life, it's full of the unknown. You know, you never really know what's going to happen, you know, but you always got to have faith, and faith in yourself. Faith that you can do it. Faith in favorable outcomes for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Positivity, not fear. You know, when you have fear, all you're doing is imagining outcomes that are unfavorable for yourself in your mind and internalizing those. And then eventually they will manifest in your life. Because like I said, your thoughts and your words, that it shapes your life. You know what I'm saying? Your mindset shapes your life. So it starts with the positive mindset, then that moves on to faith. You know what I'm saying? Faith over fear. And people say faith over fear all the time, faith over fear, but people don't really practice that. You know what I'm saying? Before I start anything, I have ultimate faith, like regardless, like, you know what, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna go right. You know, even if I don't know, because I don't know. But just having the faith and the energy and the expectation of it happening higher my chances of it happening. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to negativity. It's like I said, it's all seeds that you planted. So if you plant the seed of faith, you know, it's gonna show out, it's gonna show in your life abundantly. But if you plant the seed of fear and negativity, that's what's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen, like, period. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, my faith hasn't always been there over the years. You know, I've been practicing my faith and just believing and having favorable outcomes for myself. But, you know, faith is important. Between the positive mindset and the faith, you need both. The positive mindset builds your faith, and then the faith just gives you that clarity and that energy to just walk, like, knowing, like, you know what, this is finished. This is done. Like, you know, whatever I'm setting out to do is gonna work. And of course, everything don't work like that in life. But what do you want to do? Have the negative energy about it or the positive energy? You know, you can pick two sides. It's two sides. You can either sit here and be ultra negative about it and diminish your chances of succeeding, or be ultra positive and increase your chances. It's literally that simple. Even though we don't know what's going on, you want to have positive energy behind it as opposed to negative energy. You know what I'm saying? So the first component to having bulletproof confidence is unwavering belief, and that consists of having a positive mindset and faith. Real positive faith. You know what I'm saying? And then the second, we're gonna go back to the book for this. The second component of bulletproof confidence is consistent effort. And consistent effort consists of work and mastery. Now, you know, you can talk the talk all day. Like, have you ever been around some people that just talk all day? Like, man, I'm the best, I can do this, but then you see them and they're not putting work in. And I've seen that a lot playing football. A lot of people did that. Not everybody, but like the good people, the people that succeeded, were the people that had that confidence and that faith and that positive energy behind it, but worked at the same time. Like, work is important. Without work, this whole thing falls apart. You know what I'm saying? Work is like the foundation. It's like the foundation of success. It's the foundation of valid faith, valid confidence. This is the foundation. Like, without work, nothing is possible. Nothing is possible. And it's not just hard work, because you can be working hard on the wrong things. But when you intentionally working on the things to improve yourself and get better, you know, now you know it's something backing your faith and your positive mindset. Now you can speak that and believe it because of the work that you put in. You know, that brings it all together. Like, speaking and believing it is ultra important. Don't get me wrong. You have to do that. You can't do it without it. You can't do it without it. But without the work, it is invalid. It's a facade. Like, confidence without work is a delusion. You know what I'm saying? And delusion, okay, it's good to have delusion. And Kobe Bryant explained it. Like, the delusion of having faith and favorable outcomes for myself always. Even though I know everything is not going to go my way, just having that faith and that delusion behind it is like, okay, that's great delusion. But the bad delusion is if I had that faith without working for it. You know what I'm saying? I can't say nothing if I'm not going to put in the work. And a lot of people miss that step. And it's consistent work, consistent intentional work. Not work one day, not work 2 days out of the week. Consistent work. You know what I'm saying? No days missed, because every day counts. You know what I'm saying? And if you miss that step, then it's all gonna fall apart. You know? But then through consistent intentional work at whatever you're doing or whatever you're chasing, then you build mastery. And mastery is just basically being able to do it without conscious effort. Like, you done did it so many times, you done put in so many reps, that now when you step out there, you're not even thinking about doing what you're doing. Your body already know what to do because you done put the work in. Whatever you put in, you get out. If you don't like the input, if you don't like the output, change the input. Work intentionally, consistently. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta understand that in the beginning, when you started something, you're not gonna be good. And that's okay. Everybody starts somewhere. Nobody started out as a master in nothing. You know, they might have had a higher skill level in the beginning, but nobody started out as a master. Everybody had to start from ground zero and come up through their work, their confidence, their positive faith. And then, okay, through that, now, okay, I done did it so many times. Now I can wake up and you see people like LeBron James. You know, he's a master at his craft. Tiger Woods was a master at his craft. You know, Tyler Perry, a master at his craft. Serena Williams, a master at her craft. But it started off first, she had a positive mindset. She had faith in herself, faith in favorable outcomes for herself, and she put in the work. And that's all of not just Serena Williams, but everybody I just named. And then through their consistent, intentional work, they built mastery. Now they unconsciously, like without conscious effort, just out here moving around, doing their skill, whatever it may be. And you apply that to anything in life. You want to be an accountant? Have a positive mindset, you know what I'm saying, about it, that you can do it. Have faith in favorable outcomes that you can do it. Have faith in yourself that you can do it. Put in consistent work at getting better. Be bad long enough to be good. And then build mastery. Now you're the best accountant in the world. You know what I'm saying? But it starts there. And, you know, a lot of people are just filled with doubt and fear. And with doubt and fear, nothing moves. Nothing moves. You're going to be stagnant. You're not even going to get started if you doubt and fear in yourself. Or if you have doubt in yourself and fear, you're not even going to get started. You know, and this holds a lot of people back, but you must sit down and be intentional and be consciously putting in things in your brain, putting in things to your subconscious mind to get it out. Consciously put things into your subconscious mind, like put into your subconscious mind, okay, this is the way I'm going to think. These are the words that I'm going to say. I'm eliminating this. I'm taking this out. I'm throwing that out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep putting in work. And then eventually it's going to be a habit. It's going to be who you are. Like the way that I think now, I was consciously doing it in the beginning, and I'm still consciously doing it now because I'm consciously living. But in the beginning, it wasn't automatic. I still had some fear and doubt in myself that I had to get rid of, and I knew it, but I was consciously doing it. And now it's just automatic. It's automatic. Now my confidence in whatever I do, before I start anything, I have a positive mindset and faith that I can do this. Nobody can stop me. And I know I'm going to put in the work consistently until I'm good. And then until I'm great. And then until I have mastery. Because that's how it all starts. So, you know, if you want to build bulletproof confidence in yourself, you know, follow these steps. Having unwavering belief and consistent effort. Unwavering belief consists of a positive mindset and faith. Consistent effort consists of consistent intentional work, and then that leads to building mastery. You know what I'm saying? And once you do this, nobody can build you up, because it's gonna be times that people gonna try to tear you down. People gonna try to build you up, tear you down. But no, it starts with you. Once you build that foundation of confidence within yourself, nobody can touch it. Nobody on earth. And if you just look at all the greats and the successful people in life, they have that confidence about themselves. And they all follow these same steps. Whether they got there how they got there, but this is like the foundation to confidence. And once you have it, it is necessary. If you don't have confidence in yourself, you're not going nowhere. At all. At all. So, you know, always believe in yourself, have faith in yourself, and have that confidence. But back it with work. Back it with work. And do it long enough. Like, in the beginning, you might be mediocre. It's going to be people out there that's better. It's gonna be people out there that's better. But you can't be fixated on them. Be fixated on your journey and your process on getting better. And then eventually you're gonna look up, you're gonna be standing right next to the people that you was looking up to, that you thought you couldn't be. Keep going.